All right, we are going to begin with our fourth edition of Coffee with Carlsen. Good crowd today. Good to see everyone. Happy New Year. Let me be the last to tell you Happy New Year, right? I'm Andy Garcia, the voice of NIU women's basketball, and I tell people this all the time, whoever listens to me, that's not a lot of people, is sports is better than any soap opera you'll ever have. You know, people used to watch these soap operas. Sports is better than any soap opera. Let me take you back. Just imagine this. Sean T. Frazier, where are you? Imagine this, Sean Frazier, all right? A team, maybe a basketball team, playing okay at home, doing all right, get to the fourth quarter down by 17. You never know what's going to happen, right? Team wins by 1 at the end of the game. Unbelievable. It's a movie. It never could happen, right, Sean? It never could happen, right? But a big win, an exciting win for NIU women's basketball, beating Toledo on Saturday. It's been just one of the memories I've had in my brain of this team so far. A couple good memories, game winners, good wins, and I know we're looking forward to some more of those coming up this season. We have a busy program, all right? We've got to mention thank you to Northwestern Medicine again, Bill Faranda, and the great food out here at Faranda. Thank you for everything with the meal. Sean T. Frazier is here, Director of Athletics. Anton Goff is here. Also, a special guest, Sandra Paris, our new Husky volleyball coach, is here. She's going to be introduced. Give her a warm round of applause. She is here. She's going to be introduced at 3 o'clock at Victory Court. If you guys want to get out there, I'll be there to see. It's open to everybody, so come out and hear Sandra talk. Exciting times. We're going to hear from Jaden Marable today. We're going to hear from Tati Hodges-Johnson and Brooke Stonebreaker. The whole team is here because they are leaving right after here to go to Kalamazoo, get ready for Western Michigan. And also, we always have the raffles, right? We got the tickets, the raffles. Not only is there basketball things you can win today, but we've got golf. Kim Kester, head coach of golf, is here today. She's going to talk. So we got some golf stuff back there. Sam Moriali, gymnastics, is here. He's going to talk. He's got some nice gymnastic stuff. So hopefully you can win the raffle. That is it for me. We got a busy show. That's all I have. I'm going to bring up Coach Carlsen. It's been fun so far, and momentum after that big win versus Toledo. Hopefully we can continue it going in Kalamazoo at Western Michigan. Here is Lisa.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you. It's great to see a full house. I mean, that's exciting. Since Andy thinks he's the last to wish you a Happy New Year, I will actually be the last to wish you a Happy New Year. The first thing I want to talk about is semester grades are in. And you'll see a couple of these graphics behind me, and there's also one on the center of your table. This group has really had some amazing results, and it just continues to get better. We finished the semester at a 3.84, which was top in the department. And we also finished with 6 4.0s, which is nearly half of our team. I would like, by those people who had a 4.0, since the whole team is here, to please stand up. Stand up if you're a 4.0 student last semester. Two of these student athletes are actually graduate students. Emma and Grace are both 4.0s in their grad programs. Shelby graduated in December, although her 4.0 was in undergrad classes. She's now a Husky grad. And then Courtney and Sid and Tara are all of our 4.0s. But when you think about a 3.84 collectively over 15 student athletes, it's just an amazing accomplishment. We've consistently been in the top 25 in the country as far as academic GPA is concerned, but the last couple of years, we've been in the top 10, and obviously we're off to a great start again this year. I want to give credit to Coach Alexis. She oversees academics, so she does a tremendous job. And then Randy is our academic advisor in SAS, and again, she's tremendous. It's very difficult, especially as our student athletes get farther and farther along in their programs, to really try and figure out how to work their classes with practice and travel and all the things that go with it. And between Alexis and Randy, they just do a tremendous job. So really proud of this group for what they do being a student athlete. I always stand up here and talk about the last games since we've been together. Okay, so there's been 5 games. We have to go all the way back to mid-December, which is hard to think about. We had 3 non-conference games, 2 conference games. We go to Lindenwood, which is after finals. So it had been like 9 days since we played, and it felt a little bit like that. Shelby led us with 26. And those of you who are new know that I'm going to throw numbers at you, so hopefully you'll have numbers. Shelby led us with 26 with 7 steals and was 12 of 13 from the line, so she was really instrumental in that win for us. We were able to build a lead and just kind of stay there. I'm never going to give wins back, so we're going to take all that we can get. But it was a little bit sluggish. And sometimes that happens. That has generally happened sometimes after finals because I think their brains are so full of information and then they get rid of it and then it takes a little while to speed them back up. Asia also had 12 and 11 for her 5th double-double of the year. And then we had an opportunity to get back home and play SIUE. Those of you who were at that game, that was a tough one, right? We had it won, then we had it lost, then we had it won, then we had it lost. There was a lot that went on. Shelby had 18, Asia had 14 and 13, again for her 6th double-double of the year. We struggled offensively, especially down the stretch. But every 40 minutes of basketball gives us an opportunity to learn lessons. And none of the things that we continue to do are going to be taken lightly because of the previous experiences that we've had. Then the last game before the break, we head to Indianapolis and we play IUPUI. And I'm not sure that I have seen a team shoot in an opening period anything like what we saw at IUPUI. They shot 78% from the field and 87% from 3 in the first 10 minutes. They went 7 for 8 from 3-point range. And they actually made 17 threes throughout the course of the game. The one thing about IUPUI that I was really proud of was our resiliency. Again, we got smacked in the mouth in the first quarter. We fought back. I think we cut it at one point to 5. But again, just couldn't get enough stops put together. And it's always tough to end on a loss at the end of the non-conference because then you got to sit on it a little bit over the holiday, right? But I think this group, again, with the maturity that we have on the roster, finds a way to take out of each game the positives and what we can do to get better in a lot of those situations. So then we had a break, had an opportunity to spend some time with our families over the holiday. You see some of the pictures up here. We were able to get together for a team holiday party, made some cookies, ate some food, shared some gifts. And then the players had about 5 days off, which is a really nice break. Comes at a great time, physically and mentally. I think they get a little bit tired of me after a non-conference season. They need a break. We all need a break. We came back on the 27th and got back to work. I think we had great preparation and maybe not the result, again, when I get to Central that we wanted, but our preparation was really good. And the one thing that I've heard a couple people talking to media people, no offense, Andy, but they always want to know when you lose a couple games, they're like, oh, what's going on? What are the red flags? Coach, tell us all the scoop. And I remember telling this particular person, I don't have any red flags. This is the same group of people that have played really good basketball. Their preparation is still really good. We have, unfortunately, for whatever reason, lost a little bit of confidence. But I don't have any red flags because they continue to work. They continue to stay together. They continue to do all the things I asked them to do. And so, again, we go to Central. Open up MAC play last Wednesday in Mount Pleasant, similar to IUPUI. When I look back at that second quarter, they go 11 for 12 from the field. They go 5 for 5 from 3. Not a team that has necessarily been very good offensively up until that point. And we just couldn't string enough possessions together to give ourselves a chance to win. Asia had 17 and 11 for her 7th double-double of the year. Shelby had 15. And then we spent a couple days really kind of reflecting, again, not on red flags, but getting back to the basics. What is it that makes us who we are? And we always have to fall back on the things that we can control. And so we spent a little time talking about that, understanding that there's no reason to push the panic button, right? The season is long. The MAC season is long. And we talk a lot about kind of mastering the grind, right? You get an opportunity on Wednesday, Saturday, and every game is a life of its own. And so preparation for, I wish I could have just jumped right through to Saturday. Okay, then we get to Saturday, right? Many of you were there. For 30 minutes, didn't look so good, right? I mean, you look at the first 3 quarters and you're like, wow, they're playing hard, they're doing good, great, but we're down by 17 against the best team in the league. And there's a lot of times I think that outside perspective is they got no chance. But I can tell you at that quarter break, the look that I saw was not one that said we were done, which is great. 17 absolutely is a big hole to get out of. But we talked about if we could get back to the media, get it to 10 or under, that we were going to be okay. We were going to have a chance, and we were going to give ourselves a chance. We start the fourth quarter on an 11-0 run. So that makes it a lot easier because it was quick. Okay, we get to the media, and I believe we were down by 8 at the time. And at that time, you could feel the momentum had shifted. Okay, we had Toledo in a little bit of a panic, and we were feeling really good about what we were able to do. Anytime that you play, well, I would say anybody, but especially a team of the caliber of Toledo, your stars have to be stars. And Andy and I have talked about that some. And Asia and Shelby absolutely were that night. You know, Asia battled some foul trouble, especially in the first half, but ended with 22 and 11. And those last 2 rebounds, none bigger than those last 2 rebounds, with a putback to tie it, and finished with her 8th double-double of the year. And Shelby had 21 and 6 assists. But what I want to point out, and again, you guys were there, you felt this as well. We had a couple people really step up in a critical situation. Sid came in, played the last 8 minutes of the game. Those are the first minutes that she's had in probably 3 games. And I asked her to come in and play a position that's not her position. Okay? I asked her to come in and play the power forward position, and she's a guard. But any of you who know Sid, she's a biomedical engineering major, really smart, smarter than pretty much anybody else in this room. And so she's able to adapt to a lot of things. Okay? So I'm like, Sid, I need you to come in. I need you to play the forward position for me. And of course, you know, she's like, yeah, I got this. She hit a huge 3 to pull us within 2. Then she hits a layup with a foul to put us back up at the 2.5-minute mark. And then the huge steal at the end with 8 seconds left to give us an opportunity for Asia to hit a free throw and win it. We have won ball games this year because of all 15 on our roster. And again, we talk about that all the time. It takes all 15, whether that's how we prepare for practice, how we prepare for the upcoming opponent and the scout team, whether it's when your number is called, making sure that you are ready. We have shown throughout the first however many games that we've played, 13 games that we've played, that it takes the whole roster. And I think the Toledo game was just a culmination of that. You know, another person that really sticks out, player for us that really sticks out is what Grace was able to do also in that fourth quarter. You know, she's somebody that we can expect to always come in and give us 100%, no matter what. She only knows one speed. You know, she doesn't take plays off ever. She's a great communicator. She's a leader. She's a captain. And what she was able to do for us defensively, got a huge steal in the backcourt. Her layup was the one that tied it again. Like, those are situations when you need the unsung heroes to be the heroes to win big ball games. And that's exactly what we got from those 2. When I think about, again, the season as a whole, understanding that this is a process and a journey and minimizing peaks and valleys. Okay, it's really easy for fans and parents and people outside of our circle to be super excited about Toledo and super not very excited after Central. Okay, I get that. And we feel it too. But we also understand, and I try to emphasize all the time, that the league will humble you in a hurry if you allow peaks and valleys or things to clutter your preparation more than just what's right in front of you. Okay? So again, we leave as soon as we're done with this program for Kalamazoo. It doesn't matter if Western Michigan is undefeated or they haven't won a game. The battle that we go into every MAC game is consistently, since I've been here, has always been a big deal, and it will be a fight. And I think this group is realizing that. Again, in only 2 games, we've felt the valley and we've felt the peak, but we have to get to neutral, and we have to stay there as far as our preparation. And I feel good, again, about where we're at there. I mentioned we leave for Western, and we play them tomorrow night, and then 4 of our next 5 games are at home. So a really exciting stretch for us, an opportunity for you guys to get to the Convocation Center and see some great basketball. Many of those Saturday games are also double headers, so it's an opportunity to watch us and then watch the men, which I love double headers. I think it provides great energy in the building, and you get a chance to see, 80 minutes of basketball or more if it takes that. Again, it's a really exciting time. I mentioned that I love numbers, and so I always give you a little bit of update as far as what the numbers look like in the MAC, and who is in the top 10 in certain categories. Okay, Asia is 8th in scoring. She's 2nd in rebounding, very close to 1st, and 2nd in field goal percentage. Shelby actually is in the top 10 in 7 different categories. Okay, she's number 6 in scoring, 8th in field goal percentage, 4th in 3-point percentage, 8th in free throw percentage, 5th in assists, 9 in assist to turnover ratio, and 3rd in steals. So when you talk about impacting the game in a lot of different ways, that's what we expect from Shelby, and she's been super consistent when it comes to that. Jaden is 2nd in 3-point field goal percentage and number 1 in assist to turnover ratio, which also puts her in the top 10 in the country. We trust Jaden with the ball in her hands to make a great decision, and the numbers just reflect that. John A. also is number 4 in threes per game at almost 2.5, so that's exciting. A 3-point shot is a huge part of our offense, and she, as we have seen, can definitely fill it up from there. So those are some statistical things for you. I'm going to open it up because we have a lot going on for a few questions before we turn it over to Andy and bring the players up. Questions for me? Oh, no way. No way. Right, that's true. You guys are letting me off the hook then. Well, again, I appreciate you being here. This is, we will have one more Coffee with Carlsen. Andy, unfortunately, won't be here, and then we will invite all of you to our end-of-the-year banquet. But I know I will see you guys in the Convocation Center as we strive to do the best we can in preparation for Cleveland, and then we see what happens, right? All right, Andy.
All right. All right, let's bring up Jaden, Tati, and Brooke for what many think is the best part of this program. Brooke, I'll give this to you. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. All right. All right. Tati, for you. All right. All right, so we've got Tati Hodges Johnson, the junior from Des Moines, Iowa. We've got Brooke Stonebreaker, the junior from Versailles, Ohio, and Jaden Marable, the junior from Bolingbrook, Illinois. And I'll start with Jaden. Jaden from Bolingbrook High School, and I've seen it now for a couple teams, not just in the MAC, but around Division I. You guys got some athletes. You got some basketball players at Bolingbrook. A good amount of women's basketball players have made the trek to Division I. What's going on over at Bolingbrook? What type of program you guys got?
Yeah, I think we just have a lot of talented players that come out of the area. I think our coach does a really good job at getting players prepared for the next level, especially all college levels. And I think he's really good at building relationships with college coaches and just bringing exposure to the program. I think he's really good at that as well.
Brooke, you're 6'3". I wish I was 6'3". But that makes you what, the second shortest in your family, or the shortest at 6'3"?
I will be the second shortest in my family.
That is unbelievable. So tell me, your family's big into sports. I know your mom played, I know your dad played. Tell us, expand a little bit about your family and how sports has been important for your family.
Yeah, my mom played at Bowling Green, so strong connection there. Yeah. Always loved playing Bowling Green. But I have 2 younger brothers. Connor's a senior in high school, and he'll be going to Hillsdale College next year. And then Maddox is an 8th grader, so he's still growing, but he is almost taller than me. So Connor is 6'8", so he is already taller.
Who's the tallest in your family?
Connor.
It's
Connor
6'8".
is- Yeah.
That's crazy. But Tati, again, was part with Courtney Drake at Kirkwood Community College. Actually won the national championship on the junior college side. Tati, bringing that experience, how has the transition been coming from Kirkwood to NIU, and how has that transition been? And has it been easy for you? Has it been tough? How's it been?
It's actually been pretty easy. I've adapted pretty well, so I'm just glad that I was able to bring that championship energy over to the team.
All right, Jaden, and Kim Kessler's going to love this. As a sophomore, you were on the golf team. All right, are you a pretty good golfer? Would you call yourself a good golfer? What's your best 18-hole score?
Yeah, I played my sophomore year in high school, and I actually never did 18 holes. I was on
What, you
JV.
played 14 here? What
I was on JV, so we only did 9 holes, and I was mediocre at best, if I'm being quite honest. So it was just not for me. I did not really like it. To be honest. But, I mean, my best score is probably like in the 60s with 9 holes.
All right, listen, that's fine. It's better than last, all right? And JV, you played 9 holes. All right, I like that. For a lot of us, Brooke is known, she's got a little bake company, and she's very, very good cook, very good dessert. But what's your favorite dessert to cook?
Cake.
What kind of cake? Like,
I specialize in cakes and cupcakes. I did make a cheesecake for Adam.
how'd it go?
And that was a new experience. Lots of, not trial and error. It did happen the first try, but lots of new ones there.
All right, I'll start with you again, Brooke. And you go against Asia Davis each day in practice. Why do you take it so easy on her? You know, you guys go back at it, right? You and Asia, but she can make you a better player as well. And you've been getting into the majority of games this year, Brooke. How has Asia and you guys helped each other?
I mean, it's tough in practice. Like, we go at each other every single day. And it honestly, lots of times it makes it easier in the games. And I love it. One of my favorite parts is in the games, whenever you see like the player you go against do something that they did against you in practice and they succeed in that. And that's, I mean, one of the best parts about it.
And you've gotten a lot more playing time this year. What is it meant to be a bigger part? And you've been hanging out and working with Asia, but to get more playing time, be a bigger part. What has that meant for you this year?
It's a different experience, and I mean, my role is different every time, less times. So, coach would be like, I need to go right now. So, it's just focusing on different things every single time, and even if it's just for like Toledo game, Asia lost contact. So it's like, go get Asia right now, or foul trouble will happen. Like just different things will happen. You gotta be prepared.
Jade, for you, I think the start for you really was last year, and you got some playing time early in your career, but I thought when Shelby went out and you were the main point guard, got that starting experience, you really took it to the next level last year, and even going into this season. What did you work on? What did last year, getting that experience, help you going into this year?
I think it definitely helped with confidence. I think my confidence has gone up every single year that I've been here. And I think it was just great to gain that experience, especially with that amount of minutes in that role. I think that really prepared me for entering this year. And then over the summer, I just knew from last year what I had to work on for this season as well. And I think I was prepared for that.
Tati, you've gotten into 6 games. What's the biggest difference from junior college ball to D1?
What's been tough, honestly, is the girls are a lot bigger. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, so I think that's the biggest difference.
And you brought that championship mentality. How has that helped you get into this program and help? Because you've come and you won at a big level. Has that helped you kind of come in and help your teammates out who, again, trying to get to a MAC championship?
Yeah, I'm able to make them better as long as I'm in front of them, whether that's on O or defense, so I just continue to push them and they push me as well.
Jay, talk a little bit about Toledo and the mindset. Lisa talked about how you guys, and I've seen it too, you guys don't give up. We've seen that in the last couple of years. But talk about the mentality, talk about what you saw in that game.
I just think we never really gave up. I think we always just looked forward, looked ahead, always had that next play mentality, which we're really big on this year. We had a really rough second quarter, and we just knew we had to cut the lead down going into the fourth quarter. And I think we played very well as a team, and like we said, we had a lot of people step up in the fourth quarter, and I think that was great for us. And then, as Coach said, we just scored the ball really well in the fourth quarter.
Brooke, how tight is this team? You guys get together. How tight-knit is this team as you guys try to fight for a championship?
Yeah, I think our culture is really huge. I mean, we have culture talks throughout the season, but I think especially our culture grows in the summer whenever we're not in full swing with practices and games and school. So summer is a big time where we hang out outside as a team a lot.
Yeah. Tati, you're a big sneakerhead. I kind of like shoes. I got a couple of Jordans, but I heard you're a big sneakerhead. What's your favorite pair of shoes that you have, Tati?
Actually, I got top two. I got the Red 11s, the high tops, and the Laser 4s. My top two right now.
How long have you been collecting shoes?
Since 7th or 8th grade.
All right. And you buy them all? I mean, how many shoes do you have?
My mom started out buying them first, and then I just carried on the collection. And I think I have a total of, I think with me here I have 30, and overall I think I have 54.
That's a lot of shoes. Jaden, what do you like to do away from basketball? I know you like some TV shows. What are some of your favorite TV shows? But what do you do to get away from basketball?
A lot of my teammates know we actually have watched it together, but Ginny and Georgia is what I started on Netflix. I'm on season 2 now, and it's really good. So that's something I've been watching lately. Might watch it on the bus too, but see.
You're quiet, right? It's no surprise to say that. But you do lead with your play. Is that what you've always done, Jaden? With just, I'm not going to have the loudest, but I'm going to show you with my play.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much. I'll just let the action show, honestly. This is how I am. I'm a good person.
Brooke, give me a hidden talent. Give me something maybe your teammates don't know about. Is there a hidden talent you don't know? There's something you can do.
I share a lot, and you guys already know about my art and baking. I did play the clarinet in 7th and 8th grade.
Whoa! That's
I was first chair.
Whoa! How tall are you in that? At 6'1" clarinet? Is that a...
I was 5'8".
Jaden, this is someone that maybe your teammates know about, but nobody else knows about. Maybe a hidden talent? Are you a singer?
I don't really have a hidden talent. I do like to sing. I'm really not good, but...
What's your favorite song from karaoke to sing?
Anything Ariana Grande or Summer Walker.
Okay. All right. Tati, for you. Are you a singer, Tati? What do you like to do? What's a hidden talent for you?
I only sing in the shower for real, but okay. I would say, I don't have a hidden talent, but something nobody don't really know is that before playing basketball, I was supposed to really be a gymnast.
Oh, cool.
That didn't work out. So the next week I signed up for basketball instead, and it's took me this far, so yeah.
When you started in gymnastics, was there an apparatus that you were better at, or?
I didn't get the chance to start. I got signed up, and then a week later, my mom, my dad signed me up, and then a week later, my mom put me in basketball, so then I took on basketball instead.
Jaden, tell me about Coach Carlsen. What do you like about playing for Coach Carlsen? What's your thoughts playing for Lisa?
I like playing for Coach Carlsen. I think I really like the style of play that we play at. I like playing fast, getting out in conversion. And I think it's also been a really great learning experience playing for Coach Carlsen. I've learned a lot about myself as a person and as a player, and she just pushes us to be our best selves.
Brooke, for you, the same question about playing for Coach Carlsen.
Yeah, I thought about this, and at the beginning.
I do get the questions, so I try to sneak some that they don't know about.
But in high school, I played for my mom, and coaching-wise, she's a lot like Coach Carlsen. She's very chill, and when she does does start yelling, everyone pays attention, and it's oh shoot. So I see that resemblance a lot. But yeah.
Okay. Tati, the same question for you again. Coming into this program, what's it like to play for Coach Carlsen?
It's definitely a new experience. She has her teaching points, so I'm growing and learning every day.
Start with you, Tati. Just how good is this team, and with the momentum you have now, moving to the next couple of games and looking forward, what's your thoughts about what the upcoming schedule looks like and what you think this team could be?
I think we could actually do something great for this program. I think we have a really good chance to win the MAC, so I'm just hoping for a lot of W's coming up.
Jaden, for you, what's the focus for you, not just yourself, but as we get ready for the next 2 or 3 games? And as Lisa said, we got a nice home stretch coming up for the next 5 at home.
I would say continuing to be aggressive, knocking down shots, and then also creating for myself and my teammates. I think we could be very successful with our next few games and throughout the season as well.
And work for you and just talk about what we've got moving forward, an opportunity. If you can beat Toledo, you can beat anybody, but you also could lose to anybody. How do you keep that focus, and how have you seen your teammates help keep that focus as you move forward? And we've got more than half of the season left.
I think that consistency and staying consistent with confidence in everyone, because everyone can do something on the team, whether you believe it or not. So, and whether outside factors believe it or not. So we need to stay together and keep that consistent.
One more for you, for each of you. Brooke, who gives you the best advice? Who do you go for advice, and what's the best advice you've been given as of late? And who do you go to when you need just to talk?
My dad. I FaceTime my dad a lot, and my mom.
Are they tough on you?
Yeah, I would say so. But I mean, even if I need a good laugh, it's always my dad, definitely.
Jaden, for you, who do you go to for advice, and what's been a good, what's some advice you've been given lately that's helped you?
I'm going to say both of my parents. I'm going to start off with my mom. I think everyone knows she's a talker, but she's also a really good listener, and I could just go and talk to her about literally anything and everything. And then my dad, he's more like me. We're both very quiet, just chill, observant. And just lately, they've just told me, given me advice to just stay level-headed and just always looking forward and being positive and being confident in myself. I think it's a lot of what they've told me recently, and just moving forward with that as well.
Tati, for you, who gives you the best advice? Who do you go to?
It would definitely be my mom. I talk to her every day, every morning, every night. So she just keeps me positive and keeps me going every day.
Well, I appreciate the time. Thank you very much. Good answers. Good answers. Thank you very much. Jaden Marable, Carlsen, and Chris Silver. All right. Don't forget, we still have the raffles coming up. And we got some special guests. Let's talk about it. Since Kim Kester has been the head coach of women's golf here at NIU, she has firmly established the Huskies as one of the top programs in the MAC. She's a 2-time MAC Coach of the Year, and they definitely be in the hunt again this season for the MAC Championship. Now in her 11th season, please welcome Kim Kester.
You know, Lisa said she's going to be the last to say Happy New Year, but it's like athletics, right? Everybody's competitive, so it's like, who's going to actually get the last one in? So Sam, is probably going to be you, but Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you all had a great holiday with your family and friends. So it's golf season now, starting next week for us, so we're a little excited. For those of you that don't know, we do fall and spring season. Fall is kind of your preseason, I would say, and then spring is going to be your championship season. So we get underway a week from today. The players report back, and it's going to be full go. We start our first event in Florida the first weekend of February, and then we're on the road 3 weekends out of 4 in February. So we're all going warm places, hopefully. So we'll go to Florida to BG host down at Lakewood Ranch, and then we go to FAU's event down near Fort Lauderdale area, and then we will be out in California at the end of the month. You know, from there until MAC, there's 3 other events, but obviously the big thing is your MAC championship. All the events lead us to that. You know, Kennesaw, the style of course we'll play there prepares us for what we're going to play at Kalamazoo Country Club. The roster this year, very similar to last year. Jasmine's back, the reigning MAC champ. She was the first NIU women's player to win a MAC championship from NIU. So super excited about her. She went to regionals last spring, which seems like 5 years ago. Had a great showing there, though. We played at the U of M course. She's never played there, but familiar with it from being in that area. So The look for the MAC right now, we're ranked second in the MAC. We have a transfer from Michigan State, Sydney Naro that's with us. And right now she's leading the way scoring average. So, Andrew Frame, our associate head coach, is here. He and I talk all the time. And, last year it's like, oh, we're right there. We're going to win the MAC. We were the closest of any team in the past years, going in the last round by 8 shots. But then we're like, this year, we can definitely see us winning it. So we're really excited. We appreciate everyone's support. Good job against Toledo this past week. Great to see. But no, it's, we're really excited, and we hope to bring you guys a MAC championship come April 24th.
Don't let it fool you. She goes on the best trips. All right, they got the best road trips, and I plead to Kim every year. Can I go on just one? But I will. I will one of these days.
Tell me which one.
I want the golf towel back there first. All right, what can I say about the man, the myth, the legend? All right, Sam Oriali has just started his 12th season as the Huskies head gymnastics coach. He's been here a lot longer than that. He also was in gymnastics here at NIU. He's a 2-time MAC Coach of the Year. His squad won the MAC back in 2019. They were second in 2021. They were second in 2022. They'll be right up there again this season. And off to another fantastic start here in 2023 as they defeated Bowling Green this past Sunday. Please welcome to the podium with a perfect dismount, Sam Oriali.
Oh, Andy, you never disappoint. Thank you. Thanks for having me, Lisa. Thank you. This is a great event. You have great fans. Not only that, but you have a great team, great staff. Let's talk about Toledo. Great outing. That was a super fun game to watch. I'm a super fan. I like to come out whenever I can. You guys had no business winning that game watching the first half, all right? But I'll be honest, right? But no die, no give up in you guys, right? And that's the key. So second half was a totally different thing. And you came back and you beat them. How cool did that feel, right? But I will say one thing. Don't embrace the hard way anymore, right? This can be easy. It doesn't have to be hard, right? No, it was super fun to watch. And again, I mean, you guys don't quit. Like, you've shown that all the way through. And as a coach, right, as an ex-athlete, that is so awesome to see. Don't ever stop. Like, that's the only thing I can say about that. So, all right, GPA, congrats. I am a little bit bitter. No, it's awesome. I mean, props to you guys. 3.8, you can't mess with that, right? We were second. Right, we'll take second. We do own the cume, so until you get there, you want to be that flash in the pan team that comes up every once in a while. We'll just sit there and wait for you. No, I know. No, like Kim said, we are all very competitive in the department, and GPA is something we all kind of chase, right? So no, 3.8 is nothing to shake your heads at, or so be proud of that, but do it again because we're coming hard. We talked about that as a team yesterday. I'm going to let Kim win the Happy New Year thing, so we'll leave that for her.
About the GPA?
I don't know where you guys were. Were you on the sheet? No, just kidding. No, I'm just teasing. Come on. If you don't know me, I like to play. All right. So we were only a 3.79. But we did have 7 4.0s, so we did win that. All right, now to gymnastics. We had a very encouraging start. We had a great preseason leading up to Sunday. The lead up early meets are always kind of scary. You never know what you're going to get, so it's nice to get out there and actually see the ladies and the student athletes perform how you're expecting them to. For us, early in the season, 194 is kind of the mark. 195, Lisa throws out a lot of numbers. Those are kind of our numbers. To be in that 195 range is kind of where we want to be. If we want to get to postseason or we want to make hay, it's got to be in that 196. So to start where we started is outstanding for us. It puts us right in the right spot to kind of go. For us, the word we talk about a lot is complacent. So that would be another thing I tell you guys, don't be complacent where you're at, right? And watching you guys play, I don't think you are. But that's the kiss of death for any team. You get complacent, you think you're good, then everybody beats up on you, right? Because once they know you're good, they bring everything at you. So again, our hope is not to get complacent, just to keep building. We've got a really solid team this year of upperclassmen and underclassmen. So we've got that really good mix of senior, junior leadership, and then freshman, sophomore rock stars that are really gonna show, but maybe don't know the way. So the upperclassmen kind of help with that. So super excited about that mix. We did compete against Bowling Green. One of our goals this year is to be undefeated in the MAC. So to get one of those out of the way, we're a sixth of the way there. There's only 7 of us in the MAC, so it's a little bit different. But we take it one at a time. Next meet out, we go to Des Moines this weekend to compete against Iowa State. So that'll be an outstanding test for us. They are perennially a top 20 team. They're very competitive with trying to get through regionals to nationals, things like that. So it'll be a great measuring stick for us. But we're also going there to beat them. So after that, we get probably our biggest rival in CMU. We're going out there. Everybody loves that trip to Central, right? Right, ladies? No? No, nobody loves the trip to Central. So again, and that's one of those places like you guys, it's hard for us to win there for whatever reason. We've done it once since I've been involved with this team for the last 20 years. And the time we did it, you would have thought we won the national championship for how excited my kids were. And even my families and parents were like, we actually created where they don't do awards at the end of their meets anymore because we beat them that one time and they won't do it anymore. So it was kind of fun. But it's cool that we actually made them change their stuff, right? So that is definitely the one we have circled on our bulletin board every year because it's the Chippewas, right? But they're also preseason favorites in our conference this year again. So it is the team to beat. After that, we go to Illinois State for a Friday night meet, and then we kind of start a little bit of a homestand where on January 29th, we're home on a Sunday. And then the following weekend on Saturday, February 4th, is our kind of big Beauty and the Beast meet. That's a gymnastics wrestling combo meet where it's at the Convocation Center. Both events happen simultaneously. So it's a blast. Ton of energy. It's a great experience, not only for fans, but for the kids. Like for my team, we love it because it's just packed. There's noise. So from a focus and a concentration standpoint, it's a great test, right? Just to see if you're ready for what's coming next. So that's kind of where we are up soon. Our goals, our expectations this year is, I expect my kids to challenge for a MAC championship every year. The thing we're really trying to get to is that regional postseason berth as a team. We've done it with individuals and we've kind of done that, but we feel like we're ready for that next step. We're ready to be there as a team. So we are pretty focused on that. So with those two things, I think that'll carry us through the year. And we're just super excited about it. So thanks again for all your support for the department. And especially congrats to you ladies, and just keep rolling, man. Keep it going. So.
Me and Sam practice our jokes just outside the parking lot at 2:15 if you want to come and listen to. All right, if I can get Tati, Jaden, and Brooke back up. We've got gifts. Again, there's some good options back there. Reminders, men's basketball plays tonight at home, taking on Central Michigan, if you can make it out to there. Sandra, her introductory to the program, to the NIU, is at 3 o'clock, Victory Court. And again, we've got a nice doubleheader coming up at the combo on Saturday, 1 p.m. The ladies take on Ohio. Then right after that, the men take on Toledo. So NIUHuskies.com. Get your tickets. All right, Brooke, pick one. I'll hold it. We got 5 gifts today. 5. And one is a brand new t-shirt. No, go ahead.
333417.
417. All right, we'll hold it. All right, I'll keep that one. 417. 333 417. Tati, there you go. Nice.
333430.
Well, nice. Congratulations. Yeah, I'll take that, Tati. Thank you. Stay up here, Tati. All right, Jaden. 3 more.
333416.
Nice. Congratulations. 2 more. Who wants to draw?
All right, 333411.
4, 1 more. Lisa, one more. One more. One more.
333407.
407. Nice. Congratulations. Nice job. As we wrap things up again, the team is leaving for Kalamazoo after this, but there's a little bit of time if you want to say hello. They're great to talk to. This is my last one here at Coffee with Carlsen. I will not be here in February, but join us in February. What's the date, Coach? February 7th. Coach Sut from sophomore will be here. I just want to say, I want to take a moment. Thank you for letting me do this. I enjoy every minute being the voice of NIU women's basketball. I love it. I love the team. I love the coaches. I love doing this. So thank you very much. And thank you guys for coming out. All right. Don't forget, on the tables, too, is the little playing cards. Take the playing cards, take the wristbands. This is what we all wear, little wristbands. I don't do anything in life without asking what's it say on the front. Sometimes I go, what do I want for lunch? And I go, is it closer to me? Is it closer to me? All right, that is it for this Coffee with Carlsen. Say hello, say hi to the team. Until next time, Adam Tandez, so long.